So I want to make this video talking about one of my favorite setups right now. One of the setups I feel like is very strong in the market. The market has been weird the last couple of months, slow in the small cap market, but this setup has really been working out well. This is nothing new. It's not that I've discovered this setup. This is no secret out there, but the red to green move right now is really working out. Getting these big stocks that go up big one day, like here, for example, MBOT yesterday went up pretty big. Into close, got there to 465. It closed at 450. So 450 was that key area to watch today, and you can see what happened. So literally hit 465 last night and then pulled back pre-market, came down here to that 378 area, and then from 378 went for that red to green move. You might ask, what's the red to green move? Well, the red to green move is basically the stock opens red, goes down, and then starts to bounce back, and then has a nice trend and ends up going green on the end of the day. And you can see here, MBOT did that exact move. So pulled back here to 378 area, had no volume really, had one big spike here at open, and then just crashed down. No volume, literally on this candle right here, only 5,000 shares traded. So then you can see the volume increasing here through this move. Once it broke back up into that green area, get this big spike in volume, it breaks through that high from previous day there and after hours at 465, and then shoots all the way up here through $5 resistance. Had a little trouble there at $5 for a second and bounced around there at $5, and then from $5 shot up here for a double top there at 538. And if you look on the daily chart back here, you'll see there's resistance back there at the 550 area. So that was going to be obvious resistance. The whole $0.50 are always going to be resistance, but this actually has resistance on the chart. You can see here it's been kind of bouncing around that $5 550 area for basically all of April and just kind of bouncing there. So that's not a good sign. Obviously, you don't want to buy in that area and get stuck just as the stock moves across there. But you can see here a ton of volume. MBOT bouncing through that 550 area, finally getting a big spike in volume there. Not a lot of volume compared to earlier, but still decent amount of volume. This has kind of just been moving up slowly. I wouldn't say it's an amazing move, but overall the red to green move here is a great move, and it's a great example of the red to green move. So you kind of understand what the red to green move is. I keep saying red to green move, but that's really the only way to explain this. And you can see here going through that 450 area, kind of getting a little bit of resistance there, and then bam, up through there, through that $5 resistance, and then kind of getting stuck in that $5, bouncing around $5 for a little bit, getting some more volume there, and now up to 590. So big move there. If you would have waited for this stock to get through that red to green area, getting through that 450, 465 area, and then getting in right before the break of $5, you'd have a nice move up here to that 590 area. Even if you got out here at the break up here at the 520, or then waited here for some confirmation of the move, it came down and bounced around that 487 area and then moved back up here to the 538. So great move there on MBOT. I talked about this one yesterday. I actually traded this one yesterday. If you remember, was trading this one at the end of day yesterday, had this big move here. It broke through resistance and then moved up here to that 460 area, pulled back, hit that support resistance area, and now it's moving higher up to that 590. So really key areas to watch here. Looking at the chart, you can see the resistance, the support areas, where to buy, where to look to sell if that support resistance can't break, or if it goes the other way on you. So very important to play these moves just like that. The red to green move is a great play if you're looking for opportunities in the market. You're looking for these day trade opportunities. MBOT showing how, it sold off here at open, came down at 378 support, bounced around there for a little bit. Really no volume. We were looking at this morning and I was like, there's no volume here, not much going on. And then we got the red to green move. I was like, okay, now it's game on. I ended up missing out on a fill. It jumped up above $5 before I could get filled. I tried to get filled there at $5, 501, couldn't get filled. It pulled back and I was like, okay, it's pulling back. I don't know if I want to get a dip here or not. And then it kind of just really didn't do much. Got up to 530 and then got stuck. And I was like, okay, well, the resistance is there at 550. I'm not sure if I want to buy it here because it might just get stuck at 550, might crash down. Looking at the chart previously, back in April, it kind of got stuck in that $5 to 550 area. So I was like, well, I might just trade sideways all day, or it could just explode. And that's what happened. I actually went and ate some lunch real quick, came back, and it exploded here up to 590. So now it's up to that 590 area. Looking at the daily chart, I would say, next resistance is going to be probably right where it's at right now. And then next big resistance would be that 635 area. I'll give you an idea if you're going to be looking to trade this later on. Kind of watching this area, that 640 area being resistance. Obviously, $6 is going to be resistance as well as a mental whole dollar area. But we're looking for that break of $6 for a possible move up to the 640 area. So MBOT, keeping an eye on this one. It's only 1 o'clock. Might have some big moves later on today. And if there is a big move, I'll be ready to play it. Hopefully get filled on the next attempt to get in on this. Like always, not trying to chase this. And, you know, we sitting back, watching, waiting. See what happens with MBOT. Protecting my profits. Small profits this morning, but staying green in the small account. Large account did a little bit better. But overall, this red to green move here on MBOT. If you saw this, if you knew this setup, if you look back at the daily chart, you saw the move yesterday. You saw the high there at 460, and you anticipated the break of that $5 area. You did pretty well. Got that move up here to 540. And then even if you're sitting here buying here in the dip and kind of hoping that $5 area would hold, as long as that $5 area would hold, looking for that move higher, and that's exactly what happened. Really exploded up there. Like I said, not on a ton of volume, only 100,000 shares traded there on the 5-minute candle, on the 2-minute candle. So not the kind of volume that we're used to. Would have expected a little bit more volume there to really break resistance strong, but you can see that it did it. MBOT really down big in the last couple years or months. Had a high back in the beginning of 2017 at $10 and kind of been bouncing around since then. And you can see now volume really picking up for a big move. Had a big gap there when it jumped up to $10. I think it jumped up literally in looks like one day. Had a big move there. Actually from 687 up to 994 there. So big move that day, and it had 19 million shares traded. And then you see this big move here. We're only got 4 million shares traded. So maybe we'll get a breakout tomorrow. If this gets above 640 area, you might see that spike back up to that $10 area. If it has the momentum, has the power, maybe get some news tomorrow morning. You never know with these things. These biotechs can just fly out of nowhere. But hopefully now you guys get an idea of the red to green move. Keep an eye on the red to green moves. These stocks that go up big the day before, then sell off at open. Kind of keep an eye on that previous high from the day before. If it gets up there, it might explode. And MBOT, a prime example of that happening, and looking to get in there on the red to green move here on MBOT.